Moving on to the next question, children. So next question is question number 6. So in question number 6, the question says there is a hemispherical bowl and it has got negligible thickness. So what is negligible thickness means, children? Bowl, you won't be taking into consideration the external and internal radius. You will be only considering that there is a hemispherical bowl. Okay, and it is having and the length of its circumference. So suppose, what is the length of circumference, children? Means the top circle which is there, the length of it is equal to, means what? The length means the outermost lining which is there, the circumference or the perimeter, it is equal to 198. So you have to find the capacity. So this question is very easy, children. So this you can be easily taking as homework. What you need to do, you have already been given the radius of, the perimeter. So what you will be writing, circumference is equal to 2 pi r, and this in turn has been given as how much? This has been given as 198 centimeter. So how much will be r equal to? R will be equal to 198 upon 2 pi. So from here you can just write down the value of pi as 22 upon 7, and then you can get what? You can easily get the value of r. So once you are getting the value of r, you now need to find out the capacity. So capacity will be equal to what? Capacity is actually equal to volume. So here you will be finding out volume. So then you can be easily calculating it using the formula 2 by 3 pi r cube. So this is very easy question. In between the tough ones, they have given you an easy one. So you can just take this as homework. Alright, so now we'll be moving to question number. So I'll be marking question number 5 and 6 as homework. We'll move on to question number 7, which also looks like an easy one. So in question number 7, the question says find the maximum volume of a cone that can be carved out of a solid hemisphere of radius r centimeter. So what will be the maximum volume, children? This is understood, children, that suppose this is my hemisphere. So I have to find out what? I need to find out that what is the volume of the cone that can be, what is the maximum volume. So for maximum volume, I'll have to take this as the base. If you see, this only will be the base, and what will be my height equal to? My height will be equal to this much. So how much is actually equal to this much, children? This is actually equal to the radius, because in hemisphere all the side is equal to radius. So this is also r, this is also r. So now what you will be writing, so this is going to be a figure. So what you will be writing, that for maximum volume of cone, maximum volume of cone, the height of the cone should be equal to the radius of hemisphere. So radius of hemisphere, suppose if this is taken as r centimeter, then what will be the volume of cone? Volume of cone is 1 upon 3 pi r square h. Okay, so in here you will have to replace the value of h as r. So you will be writing this is equal to 1 upon 3 pi r square into h you are taking as r. So this is equal to 1 upon 3 into pi r cube. That's it. This is the question all about. It's a small question. So this is the way you are expected to do this particular sum. We'll be now moving to question number 8, children. So in question number 8, the question says the radii of the bases of two solid right circular cones of the same height are r1 and r2 respectively. Okay, so the height is same, means what, children? Suppose this has my two figures if you want to see, or else we can take concentric ones also. This is completely up to you. Okay, so if I take concentric cones, so this is what it is. So height of both of them is equal. So suppose this is one and this is the another cone that we are taking. Just wanted different color. So this is the second cone. Okay, and then what is different is they have got what? They have got same height. So this is going to be same, and this is h. Okay, and then what is the radius, children? The radius they have given is of two right circular cones of same height are r1 and r2 respectively. The cones are melted and recast into a solid sphere of radius r. Find the height of each cone in terms of r1, r2 and r. Okay, so here they are saying what? That these cones which are there, they are melted and recast into a solid sphere. Okay, so this is a solid sphere. Suppose this way you are just recasting it, and then find the height of each cone in terms of r1, r2 and r. Alright, so what you will be doing here, we will be writing like this, children. This says what? See, first of all what you have to do, this is let the height, since the height of both of them are equal, so what you will be writing, that, see, this is question number 8. Let the height of the two cones be h. Height of two cones is equal to h. Now what you will be writing? You will be writing that the radius is equal to, or else what you can be writing, radius is equal to r1 and r2. So for the first cylinder, so write down for first cylinder. If you are not writing for first, just write down first cylinder. Is this a cylinder? No, children, for first cone. Okay, so first cone, what you will be writing, radius you are taking as r1 and height you have taken as h. So what will be the volume equal to? Volume will be equal to 1/3 pi r1 square into h. Okay, so this is what you are getting. Now what you will be finding out? You are finding out the volume of the second cone. So you write down like this, for second cone. You will be writing one after other, children. This I am writing because I don't have space, so I am just trying to limit it out. Otherwise you will be writing it one after another. So for second sphere, what I will be writing, my radius is equal to r2. Okay, and my height is of course h. So my volume, that is v2, volume of the second sphere, will be equal to 1/3 pi r2 square into h. Okay, now what is happening, children? These two cylinders, they are, sorry, cones, they are being recasted, they are melted and being recasted. So whenever you are having the concept of melting and recasting, you already know that you need to find out the volume. So we'll be adding up v1 and v2, and then this will be equal to the volume of the sphere. Okay, so what you will be writing, let the radius of sphere be capital R, because this is what they have given. Sphere is equal to capital R. So this will imply what? This will imply that v1 plus v2 will be equal to the volume of sphere, because they are being melted and they are being mixed. Okay, so I'll be just erasing this now. So what I will be getting, v1 I have calculated as how much, children? 1/3 pi into r1 cube into h. Not cube, children, sorry, square. And then v2 I have calculated as 1/3 pi. Okay, this is r2 square into h. And this in turn is equal to, what is the volume of sphere, children? This is 4/3 pi capital R cube. So here what can you take common, children? Here if you see, I can take 1/3 common and pi and h of course. So this goes r1 square plus r2 square is equal to, if you are writing like this, children, 1/3 pi here also if you are taking, okay, then what you are left with? You are left with into 4r cube. Why have I written 1/3 pi separately, children? So that I can just cancel them out. 1/3 pi, 1/3 pi. So this implied, what is h equal to? H is equal to 4r cube divided by r1 square plus r2 square. Okay, so this is what is the answer. They wanted the value of height in terms of capital R and 2 smaller, that is R1 and R2. Alright, so this is the way this particular sum has to be done. Now what we will be doing, we will be moving on to the next question, children. So next question is what, children? It says a solid metallic hemisphere is there. Okay, so I'll just erase this so that we have space for doing this particular sum. So it says that a solid metallic sphere of diameter 28 centimeter. Okay, so it is being melted and recast into number of identical solid cones. So children, question of this type we have done already in the previous exercise. So this also I'll be marking as homework. I'll be telling you of course how to do, so that you can be easily doing this. So they are saying that there is a solid metallic hemisphere. So suppose children, here I am taking hemisphere, here I'll be taking what? Here I'll be taking, they are being melted to cones. So of course children, you know that whenever there is a question of melting and recasting, then you have to take into consideration the volume. So for hemisphere, the diameter has been given as 28, so it is understood radius is going to be 14 centimeter. So what will be the volume? Volume is going to be 2/3 pi r cube. So just calculate the volume here. And for cone, what has the radius been given? Radius has been given as 7 centimeter and height has been given as 8. So what will be the volume? Volume of cone will be equal to 1/3 pi r square h. So even if you want, you can leave it like this, children, so that 1/3 pi gets cancelled. So what you will be writing? Number of cones will be equal to, the formula is volume of hemisphere divided by volume of cone. Okay, so even if without writing, children, if you are writing it like this, 2/3 pi r cube, this is r1 divided by 1/3 pi r2 square, because the radius are different. So here pi will be getting cancelled, 3 is also getting cancelled. So you are getting what? You are getting 2 into r1 cube divided by R2 is how much, children? R2 has been given as 7. So you will be writing like 7 square into 8. So the calculations have become so easy. So you can easily now find out the answer. Okay, so this is the way this particular sum has to be done. Now what we will be doing, children? We will be moving on to the next question. Okay, that happens to be the last question of this particular exercise. Okay, so what does this question says? See, question number 10 says that a cone and a hemisphere have same base and same height. Okay, so cone and a hemisphere are having, find the ratio between their volumes. Okay, so suppose this is my hemisphere and have same, the cone and the hemisphere have same base and volume, same height, sorry. Okay, and then suppose this is my cone. Okay, so these are the two figures which are there, and now you need to find out what? You need to find out the ratio of their volumes. Okay, so first you need to take into consideration the cone, and then here I will be taking the hemisphere. Okay, so in hemisphere, children, you know the only thing is radius. So radius here, suppose you are taking as R2. So what will be the volume? V2, that is volume of hemisphere, will be equal to 2/3 pi R2 cube. Okay, so this you know. Now if you move upon cone, children, so they are saying it has got same height as that of a hemisphere. So for hemisphere, what is the height, children, if you want to talk about? Since it is spherical from all the sides, so the height of the hemisphere is actually the radius. So this is r, this is also r. So subsequently this r becomes the height for this particular cone as well. Okay, so for cone, what you will be writing? You will be writing height is equal to radius, and radius suppose you are taking as r1 of course, and then radius is also you are taking as r1. Or else they are saying what, children? There is no such concept of taking R1 and R2. Why? Because they are saying they are of same base. So same base means what? This is radius is R, so this is 2 pi r, and here also I won't be taking R1 and this because it's already same. So this is R and this is also, height is also R and radius is also R. So volume will be equal to 1 upon 3 pi r square into h. So this in turn is equal to 1 upon 3 into pi into r square into h is also r, so into r. So this is equal to how much? This is equal to 1 upon 3 pi r cube. Okay, now since you are done with the writing part, now you have to find out the ratio between the volumes. So ratio means what? Volume of cone divided by volume of hemisphere divided by volume of hemisphere will be equal to what? This will be equal to, volume of cone has been given as 1 upon 3 pi r cube and volume of hemisphere has been given as 2 upon 3 pi, this is r cube, children. Okay, volume. So this is r cube. So here what you can see, everything is getting cancelled out. So you are getting 1 upon 3 divided by 2 upon 3. So this, if you take the inverse, if it goes up into 3 upon 2. So the ratio that is coming out is equal to 1:2. Okay, so the ratio of the volume of a cone to the volume of hemisphere of the same base and same height is actually equal to 1:2. Alright, so this is the way this particular question had to be done. Of course, it was also an easy one, children. So we are done already with this exercise, and now what we'll be looking into, we'll be quickly looking into the next exercise, and if at all there is something is there which we need to do before moving into the exercise, we'll look into.